It is one of the biggest weeks on the summer racing calendar as the USAC 29th Annual Indiana Sprint Week kicks off on Friday night up at Gas City Speedway. More than 40 of the top racers from around the country coming to the Hoosier State. Two of them joining us here tonight to talk all about it on Sunday Sports Xtra. Welcome back, everyone. Brad Brown back here. Chad Boespflug is with us here. Max McGhee as well. A couple of the regulars in the USAC Sprint Car Series, and a couple of the guys that are going to be making the run in these 7 races coming up starting on Friday night at Gas City Speedway. Thanks for joining us here, guys, for this one.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Let's talk a little bit about this. This is where the best of the best turn out, and this is where you guys find out who really has got it this season here.
Yeah, it's a long tour, 7 nights and 9 days, but it's a lot of fun. It's part of the reason why I moved back here from California to race against all these guys that are so tough, and it puts you at the level that you want to be at to race against these guys every night. So, and then to pick up a win or two with these guys on this tour is extremely hard, but extremely rewarding.
Max is kind of the most local of our drivers here. Chad currently in Plainfield. Max from Canby, just graduated from Mooresville High School last year. Your first full season in USAC. Tell me about getting in the mix with these guys and getting a chance to really get into this summer.
Yeah, it's definitely running with these group of guys week in and week out. It's very tough. Like Chad said, to win one of these races during Sprint Week, if you can, it's very, very rewarding, and it's very tough. It's probably, if you can win a Sprint Week show, you know you're one to beat every night because it's very, very tough. You got, like you said, 40+ cars every single night, and most of them can win any given night. So it's very, very tough to run with these guys who have doing it their whole life. Some of them since I've been born. It's very, very, to put in perspective like that. So it's very tough.
Each week you come out, though, you feel like as the season's gone on, you're getting a little more comfortable with the whole thing, just getting that experience under your belt?
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with chemistry, too, with your team, and if how good you can work together through a night and stuff. So running with these guys week in and week out definitely has more confidence going into the next night. And running 7, 8 shows in the Sprint Week, hopefully, as it goes on, we can be better and better.
Chad, you ran off and kind of made your own team this season after being somebody else's driver for quite a while. Kind of tell me about the extra challenge of being the guy in charge.
It's tough, assembling the team in the off season, and then obviously getting the components and the fundage to go and do the entire season, let alone just Sprint Week in itself. It's a lot of wear and tear on all of us, especially my crew guys and everything else, as well as me as the driver. I'll probably be watching the car most of the time. Most of my team, we've all got full-time jobs, so that makes it extremely hard, but extremely rewarding when you beat the top teams that are doing it, for a living. So it's a lot of fun, but I enjoy kind of having the control of my own destiny. We all work great together, me and the whole team, and we've also got a co-owner as well. So everybody just does their job, knows what they're doing, and it's been successful so far this year.
We saw you guys racing up at Gas City a few weeks ago. There's a lot that happens on race night in a short period of time between qualifying, heats, working your way through the mains and trying to get to the end of the night. Tell me about that mad dash on any given evening. A lot happens really quick.
You put in 40 hours during the week to race over a 4 or 5 hour period on one night. So a lot of preparation and everything goes into not just, making the night as a whole go smooth, but each race goes smooth as well, for the driver itself. So it definitely can be a thrash if you're in a B main or anything like that. So it's a lot of work really for the guys away from the camera, away from the glory, that they, the fans don't get to see that ever. So, but it's definitely a lot of fun, and once you accomplish what you're wanting, it's all worth it. All those hours, you forget about all that and you live in the moment. So definitely a lot of fun, and it's exciting as well, I think, for the fans and for everybody involved.
Max, working your way through an evening, through heats, through maybe a C main, B main, trying to get to the end of the night. You might only have 6 or 8 laps to figure that out in those short races. What's the biggest challenge in having to do that in a short period of time?
Oh, the biggest challenge is being at tracks that you've never been at. We just got back from Pennsylvania and up in Minnesota, Nebraska, and Kansas City that I personally have never been to. Sure. And you get 3 or 4 laps and hot laps to figure it out before qualifying, and it can be very tough. It's probably figuring out the tracks you haven't been to, and most of the tracks out of state we've never been to before. We go out west to Paris, which is in California, and I've never been out there either. So it's getting the tracks that you've never been at before that a lot of guys have more experience.
On any given night, can you feel pretty quickly if you're going to like a track or if it's going to be just kind of a bear on a night for you?
Yeah, I'll watch game film if I haven't been to places before, and I can usually tell if I like it or not. And when you get out there, if it's racy or you can pass people and be fast, that's when most people like tracks. If you're fast and you can be up front.
Chad, that's the added element on these dirt tracks that maybe just kind of, I don't want to say the average racing fan, but people who don't watch a lot of this type of racing don't understand that the weather, the condition of the track that you're on really plays such a factor in how a night can go, really for any team.
Yeah, early to the night to the end of the night,
Yeah.
it can change, immensely, and next thing you know, you're chasing your tail, or you're fighting the race car and you're having a hard time. So you definitely got to stay up on your toes. You as a driver and even the crew chief have to really focus and watch the racetrack and kind of keep up with it at the same time. They might go do track prep in the middle of the night, and if you're not paying attention, you get out there like, we're in trouble.
Start over, essentially.
Yeah, sometimes. So it can definitely be tough, but that's part of the challenge that us drivers are given, and that's some of us. That's why we're in the seat, so we can overcome that and make the best out of what we have.
Is there a particular type of track that you like in general?
Not anymore. Lately, it seems like I'm good on the high bank half miles right now.
Right.
So, I used to kind of think that I favored, the smaller little quarter miles or 5/16ths, but we've been pretty good as a team on the half miles lately. So we've picked up 3 wins this year at some of the larger tracks. So it's definitely been it's been fun. Those are the hard tracks to get comfortable with and to be fast at, especially being new at some of these tracks as well. So it's fun.
Max, favorites for you? Kind of, you're getting a feel for this. Do you know what you like yet?
Yeah, the tracks that you're out of state are mostly your big tracks. Indiana's known for their bull ring type of tracks, but I like a typical bull ring type, like Kokomo.
Sure.
Is everybody's favorite in sprint car racing. So I would say Kokomo, the bull ring type of tracks.
Something close to home right here. We got a lot of those. You can get out and get yourself some bull ring laps in a hurry right there. Yeah. How about the fans that turn out for these things? We're from Gas City, like we said about a month ago for that. And as Sprint Week goes on here, you got a dedicated lot that turn out for this thing. And it's great to see them. A lot of them will make the trips to several of these races during the course of the week.
And a lot of them are from, they take their vacations this week.
Sure.
So definitely cool to see all of them. I know I get out to the souvenir trailer a lot, as much as I can, to sign autographs in between when I have time and things like that, to meet and greet. We have a couple things, charity events going on during the week, the 2 days that we're off as well. We got a charity softball game. So lots going on. It's great to see all these fans come out and enjoy it as well with us. So hopefully, every night's a great show and they come back every night.
Max, are you getting used to being a guy they start to recognize now? Some photos and some autographs being had for you?
Yes, sir, a little bit. It's very cool for fans to, spend their vacations, or, just diehard fans that love to go to sprint car races and see that, and you can see it in their faces when they come up to you and talk to you, and then they have their kids with them that just absolutely are in awe of how cool this is. It makes your night.
Let's get a look at the schedule real quick here for the 29th annual Indiana USAC Sprint Week. It'll open up Friday night the 8th at Gas City's I-69 Speedway. Kokomo the night after that, coming up on Saturday. Lawrenceburg a week from now, Sunday the 10th, and then they'll take a couple days break before the home stretch. Terre Haute, Lincoln Park, Bloomington, and Tri-State Speedway wrap it up on the 16th of July, and somebody's going to be joining a pretty good group of guys that have won this thing as a champion over the course of the first 28 years. Very impressive list, and we wish you guys well at this. Is there a particular track you're looking most forward to of the 7?
I'd say Kokomo is definitely one of them in Putnamville.
Yeah.
So, I want to get that inaugural win for myself at Kokomo. That's a tough place to win at. It separates the men from the boys.
Yeah, for sure. Max, one of those tracks that you're looking at going, I'm ready for this?
Yeah, Kokomo for sure is one of our favorites too. And Terre Haute, the big tracks, you get a mix of different size tracks, and I would say Kokomo for sure, though, if any of them.
That's good. Good luck this week, guys. Coming up, and enjoy it.
Appreciate it.
Very
Thanks
nice.
for having
Chad Boespflug, Max McGhee. USAC Sprint Week starts on Friday night at Gas City. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap up Sports Extra after this.